recently an article has come out in The Guardian. We're showing it on screen here, people can see, where the Freemasons have actually taken out an injunction against the Metropolitan Police, which is the British police, because they're now asking them to basically clarify members of the Metropolitan Police if they are members of the Freemasons, because it's like a hidden group, it's like a hidden, kind of
crazy
fraternity. That's how they advertise it. And now they're being asked, if you are a member of the Metropolitan Police, you've got to now make it public. Why? Because there's been reason to believe that there have been miscarriages of justice or prevention of justice, perhaps due to people's connections inside the Freemasons. Because when you have a fraternity of people that are highly powerful, influential, people will kind of pull strings for you and make things happen for you. Like the cave, except the cave is not like the Freemasons. We don't do things that are haram and illegal, right?
Yeah. And sketchy.
But the idea is that, you open doors for your brothers, you give, you make phone calls for them and say, hey, listen.
In an organized fashion.
Right, in an organized fashion. So the Freemasons do that. And I'll be honest with you. Before you sent this article, Mohamed, anyone who mentions Freemasons to me, I just ignore them. I'll tell you why, because I went through my hardcore Illuminati Freemason phase in my teens, my late teens. I was ready, 2012, the world's going to end, let's get ready, the Freemasons are going to take over. I went through that phase, and then I was like, this is
it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole, and it's not healthy. And I realized, like, everything's just Freemason, it just doesn't make no sense. But you always kind of feel like there is
a force,
a hidden hand, or a deep state, or whatever have you. And I thought the Freemasons just like a group, man. It's like whatever. It's like a network. But this article came out, made me actually think, you know what? It's crazy, bro. Why would you be seeking an injunction against the Metropolitan Police? What does the police deal with? What does the police deal with?
Crime.
What kind of crime?
All kinds.
But like we're talking murders, frauds, this, that. And police needs to know if someone has got allegiance
or an advantage over
someone to ensure things happen. So it's standard transparency, right? Like conflict of interest type of situation.
Exactly.
Like if you are part of an organization that can potentially be so powerful and influential that it can help put, I'm not saying that Freemasons do this, but help put potentially people behind bars or help save people who should be behind bars and cover up things. If you're part of the Metropolitan Police has made a good move, like we want to know. And then for them to then say, we seek an injunction against you for doing that, that to me is you just exposing yourself.
Something inside the closet.
Yeah, that's like, why would you, it's like the children of Yaqub alayhi salam. They came to Yaqub and they said a wolf ate Yusuf. And then they said, you wouldn't believe us even if we were telling the truth. You just gave yourself up. Like, you wouldn't believe us?
Yes.
If we were telling the truth? Why would you say that if you were telling the truth? You wouldn't believe us?
Even if, yeah,
but what the hell are you doing? So this, to me, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Mohamed, man? Because I'll be honest, I don't know how deep the Freemason thing really is.
Tell me first of all, what is Freemason? Because I forgot about it, honestly. Yeah. I read about it a long time ago.
I mean, so basically, it's a very systematic brotherhood that started.
It's a brotherhood, man.
Yeah, it's a very systematic.
We are not.
Yeah, it's a very systematic brotherhood that's very well organized, and they're very big in the U.S. And they go through basically rituals, and you obviously you get elevated as time passes and as you go through various experiences. And this brotherhood is incredibly powerful. Like, if you really think that they have no influence, you would be a bit naive, because they are able to put a lot of their members in very key positions and leaderships roles that you would never even imagine, like U.S. presidents. Harry Truman was a 33 degree Freemason, openly.
The one that nuked.
The one that nuked Japan. So you start wondering, like these kind of people, they have a lot of influence and they have a lot of leverage. And you have to start thinking that there is also, like you said, some force that, is present in specific places to keep things in check, to keep the mandate as it's supposed to be, to run the agenda the way it's supposed to be. Because if there's no such organization, then you really think things are happening just randomly like that? Obviously not.
So the Alex Jones expose, was it Freemason?
It was the Bohemian Grove. It was, but obviously Freemasonry is a big
Alex
part
Jones?
of it.
Jonestown?
No, Alex Jones. Alex Jones is
the famous conservative commentator. He basically,
I don't know this. Who's this?
Basically he was exposing all these secret societies. Obviously, Freemasons is just one of many.
Yes,
there's Skulls and Bones that George Bush was part of at Yale University with all his buddies that basically, caused the war against Iraq. So if you look at it, there's always some sort of organization that happens that brings these people together, and then they obviously advance specific agendas or mandates for the benefit and the interests of a higher group of people.
So these networks are always going to exist, and powerful people, when they come together, are always going to look out for their friends. Apparently there's rumors of satanic rituals, and there's a lot of there's a lot to, at least there's enough I don't know if I ever want to use the word proof, but there's enough information to suggest that some of that stuff might actually be true, right? But put all that to a side, even if there's no like satanic worship or whatever have you, just having a group of powerful people that look out for each other without moral compass is always very scary,
Of course.
It's always very scary. Like there's no checks and balances, and if you've got people that run countries that are part of these groups, and police officers, it's very scary. It's very scary. Which is why you should be in the cave. to have your own advantage, but without anything
without
shady,
the haram,
without the illegal stuff. We don't tolerate any of that stuff. But no, you've got to have. Is the importance of having a powerful network.
Sheikh wants to mention
I
don't know. He's thinking, what should I mention?
There's always going to be a deep state. There's always going to be a deep state in any place at any time.
But what I'm trying to say is that's why it's important for us to build our own powerful networks, right? So that we can also have a competitive advantage. And we can. The issue is that these guys do it, right? These guys go out there and they try to build these networks. I sat with a brother, he's inside the cave. He mentioned to me, most people, when they see like powerful circles, they run away. He goes, I throw myself in, because I throw myself into those circles. You adapt, you learn, and you pick up things. So it's really, they say we're only 7 people. It's not a fact, but it's
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, it's almost true. It's not a fact, but it's like almost true. We're 6 degrees or 7 degrees away from everyone in the world. Yeah. So think about it, right?
I truly believe it, Sheikh.
No, it's
concept of it, yeah.
Like
especially now.
There are world leaders. I'm like 3 guys away from them.
Yep.
No exaggeration. There's world leaders.
Yes.
There's world leaders. I'm 3 guys away from them. Do you understand? So, and I'm sure you guys know the exact. So my point is that then go and tap into your networks, build your networks, and I guess that was the thesis of the cave. Sorry, I'll pass it to you, Sheikh.
No, I didn't want to mention anything, but I think the crux of what you've been talking about is concentration of power.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which is becoming more and more, it's always been there under different guises and forms. And what you're trying to create and what we're trying to create here is very similar. Mm-hmm. But I think the key point is you want people with morality, and you have a strong filter on that, because you can't have people with power that have no filter or no moral compass. That's a very dangerous formula.
Yeah, it is.
So,
if the kind of stuff that we discuss in this podcast, I'm talking about the tax strategies, the deal structures, the real conversations about building wealth the right way, if this is the kind of stuff that you want to be a part of, then this is nothing. We have an entire private network for high net worth and ultra high net worth Muslims. It's called The Cave. I'm talking about founders who've exited for 8 figures, 9 figures. I'm talking about fund managers with unicorns inside of their portfolio. Operators who've built billion-dollar companies without a single penny of riba. So what you hear on this podcast, that's just the surface. Inside The Cave, you get the conversations that don't get recorded, the introductions that don't happen anywhere else. A dedicated concierge who finds the exact advisor, tax advisor, lawyer, operator, or even Sheikh scholar who specializes in Islamic finance that you need within 24 hours, inshallah ta'ala. So if this is of interest to you, you can apply, inshallah ta'ala. You can only get in through application or invitation. And most of the applications, they are declined. And the reason for that is because we realize that an effective network is not built based on who's in it, but actually who's not in it. So we really try to protect the integrity and the quality and the standard of those that are inside. So if you feel like you belong, you're a high net worth, ultra high net worth Muslim operator, inshallah ta'ala, and you want to be a part of something like this, then you can apply now at the link below in the description, inshallah ta'ala. And hopefully we see you on the other side. With that said, let's get back into the podcast.